Hey guys, welcome back to another review for One Piece chapter 1158 called Rocks vs. Harald. And before anything, I wanted to say props to Rayleigh. My mans was able to get Shocky to fall for him with his moves. Whatever he did it right. Now, before we start the chapter, I'm starting some few short videos, like shorts for YouTube or TikTok, whichever platform. And I'm going to be opening packs. Let me know how that goes. Let me know if it gets better. Any recommendations are always appreciated. And guys, if you can like, comment, and subscribe. There you go. I blanked out for a second. I would greatly appreciate it. Now, let's jump into the review for the chapter. We start with Roger looking really bummed about... Well, first of all, whoa, huge thing. The cover page is Yamato looking at a shrine, and it is Kozuki Moria. I blanked out because I cannot even fathom how Moria. It must be like a different Moria. Like, I don't know, but it kind of makes sense why Moria was in Wano. Everything kind of lines up, but how, my god, is the bloodline with Kozuki Oden and Moria related? Is he contesting for the throne too? Is he a brother? I don't know what it is. Okay, he's just related to Odin, I guess. Threw me off. I don't even want to speculate. People are running laps with it. It's so funny. But it kind of makes sense how he was in Wano, how he faced Kaido, how he got the blade from the grave. Anyway, let's continue with the story. Roger is looking really bummed, and we later see that there's a moment of revelation where Rayleigh, like a true man's man, like what's it called? Like a true friend, he tells Roger straight up, hey, I'm not going to contest with you. I'm not trying to hide anything from you, but Shocky gave me this. And it says, come get me. Come and make me yours. In the translation, which is 100%, like he says, this is a love letter. This is straight up like saying, come get me. I'm yours. And we later see that even Roger noticed that she was looking sick. She was feeling sick. So even then, she had I'm speculating. We speculate that she basically already had the love sickness for Rayleigh. So it's so funny how how it ended up working out in that way. But it's good that he knows. It's good that Rayleigh is really upfront and confrontational with him and says this is what happened. And whatever you do is it doesn't matter. But I would be lying if I said I wasn't also interested. I just don't want to be tied down right now. Like a true pirate, right? Just like Usopp's dad, don't want to be tied down right now. So no relationship. We continue. And Roger picks up, he's just spippy again. He's just like, let's go continue doing, going for our goals, hunting our treasure, being pirates. So he still goes after Shocky, no matter what, even after Rayleigh had told him that. Well, not like really probably going after her, but he still has to play it off in his approach to into Pirate Island. And we see we switch panels, we switch off to making sure I didn't miss something here. We switch to Figureland Garling, Saint Garling here at least. Saint Garling, future elder, telling, and we get a last panel of what is so special. Or everything starts connecting with how it happened, right? Garling, in 40, it says 40 years ago, Garling. So check the time, 40 years ago, Garling is in front of the elders saying, we found something in God. Please host the tournament in God's Valley. There's something very special in God's Valley that we found. We don't know what it is. Could be an ancient weapon, actually. That would make sense. Or it could be, well, no, because they would have instantly gotten the ancient weapon. They found something. Maybe it's a devil fruit. Maybe it's something important, weapon-wise, information, or poneglyph. Maybe it's a poneglyph. That would be interesting. Oh, anyway, I'm just thinking out loud here. But he says, I urge you to hold the next hunt in God's Valley. Not sure what it is, but we'll get revelation soon enough. And it looks like the way we're heading, we're gonna get to see what happened in God's Valley. Man, Oda's gonna be writing with fire here. Oda's writing straight fire. We cut to Pirate Island with Shaki giving food to the pirates. Well, not giving food. She doesn't really do much except pour some cheap rum to people when the expensive one runs out, and starts the chef giving people food. But we have Roger barge. First of all, before that, before Roger barges in, we have Blackbeard go in, and you see him smile, but he doesn't have the hard eyes. He's not losing his mind over Shaki like before. So Big Mom notices before that, and he's probably mentioned and bugged not Blackbeard. Wow, Rocks about that. Did I say Blackbeard before? Wow, that's funny. Rocks. He doesn't have the hard eyes for Shocky or anything like before. And Big Mom has pointed this out, and now Shocky seems to be pointing it out right now, saying, you don't have the same eyes for me like you used to. And Stussy also points it out. He's smiling and happy about something, like he's expecting a child. Ding, ding, ding. In a year or so, he's gonna go away in 2 years when he goes to God Valley. We don't know what happens to him yet. But between now and then, 40 and 2 and the next year, basically, he has to have an interest in a woman. And now we get that he most likely has already been expecting a child. So it's already, we don't know who the mom's going to be, I guess. Maybe we get it later, maybe we don't. But we know that he is probably most likely expecting a child, as Stussy has speculated. So that's out of the way. That's basically Oda saying, ding, okay, the child, Blackbeard, is coming. Now we can focus on the rest of the story. It doesn't matter who the mom is right now, but we'll probably get a little bit of it later, maybe. But we have Roger barge in. He beat all the people waiting in line outside of the bar. And we have a confrontation, which I thought this was going to be a lot different, but it looks like they're almost respectable on each other. They're friends, not friends. Friends is not the right word, because it looks like they fight on sight, but there is a truce when you step into the bar that there is no fighting, which reminds me of something. Like this one spot in the world. It was the bar, right? It was the restaurant in the middle. There's no fighting in there. I think that's what it was. Or some show. I forgot what it was. That the moment you enter this vicinity, there's no fighting. There's a truce. You can be mortal enemies, but you do not fight on grounds. Oh, I think I'm thinking John Wick. the hotel where all the assassins are. You cannot kill inside that hotel. It's banned. You cannot do it, or you will be hunted by everybody else. Something like that. So you cannot fight. So they butting heads, but they're not able to fight each other. They kind of just relaxing. They're in a bar. They're drinking. Whitebeard is there. Newgate is there, and he leaves because he is like the Zorro. It's so funny seeing it. He is like the Zorro. He is like the Rayleigh. He is like the. That's it, actually. The Zorro, the Rayleigh. He just is the quiet guy. Everybody else is too loud. I'm leaving. I'm going to go drink by myself. And he leaves, and Roger's interested. He's like, I wanted to drink with Whitebeard. Where is he? He left already. And he's so frustrated because Rayleigh would have at least been able to hold them in the spot talking or something like that. So I love this dynamic. I love that Big Mom is there just chilling, drinking with Roger, with Rocks. They're all these powerhouses in the world are chilling, drinking in this bar. It's so cool. It's so awesome. And I like how they talk, like Rox and Roger are talking to each other, butting heads, but they're just like on equal terms. So it's not like he's an immense... So whatever happened in God's Valley is interesting, because he's not an immense villain that you need to stop him right now. Like right now, 2 years ago, you need to 100% stop Rox. He's devastating. He's awful to the world. No, Roger's just like, oh, cool, you're here. I mean, we can't fight, but we'll fight later. Well, let's just drink for now. Let's just, like, basically how Roger and Whitebeard would have met. Like, they fought sometimes, although Roger and Whitebeard were more friends in that sense. But here they're okay. They're just pirates. They just fight each other whenever the time comes. And we cut after that. We see the fight, man, and I am so sad. This is the outcome, but it's not God Valley. I thought Harold and Rox were gonna meet again in God Valley. It's not. So it's not God Valley. They're fighting to the like Harold is trying to kill him. I don't think he's trying. Maybe he is trying to kill him here. Maybe he's holding back. Maybe he's not 100% sure with himself. But Harold and Rox are fighting to the point where he says, I need to kill you to get status with the world government. And Rox is pissed. He is just, why are you being fooled? Why are you being used? They just see you as tools. They just see you as weapons. Why are you doing this? He is so mad. And I would be mad too. He's like, I thought we were friends. This is what you do to your friend. I'm pissed off at what Harold is doing because I don't like what he's the outcome of this, but they're clashing and I can't tell, but and you can't tell if they're Yonko level. I would assume they're Yonko level. Like I want to say they're basically Yonko level, but there's no sky splitting attacks. There's no sky splitting hits. I can't tell the damn level that Harold and Rox are fighting at, but I want to say Harold is definitely no. I want to say Rox is definitely Yonko level or higher, right? Harold is putting up a fight. He's very strong. The Harold stocks are going up. Like, Harold is super strong. He's just so wrong. He's just so wrong, man. But he's trying to do good for his people, but it just feels like it's the wrong goal. He's tunneling on it so hard that to the point where he's going to try and kill somebody that considered him a friend, and Rox loses it, and he says, don't ever think you can get an invite again. Our business is closed. Our deal is done. I'm not asking you to join my crew no more. So that hurts, man. I'm so sad because I feel like he's betrayed. The next few panels is him walking with his head down. Like, I'm so devastated at this outcome between the two. Even Harold is thinking, like, what am I doing? Am I doing the right thing? They're both holding their heads down. They concluded, looks like they drawed, or at least Rox didn't try and kill him, but it looks like Rox had Harold on the ropes. Like, he had him down. It basically looks like he's down, and he's not, he's losing. Like, Harold is losing to Rox in a to-death battle. So there was no truce, or there was no conclusion, it says by the narrator, and we have Loki a little while later looking at the newspaper, trying to wait for Rox. And this is a nice little touch that Loki is sitting there in what's it called, underworld, right? And Ida's there. He's mad at Ida, but she says, oh, come get some orange juice. And he says, okay. Like, he's mad for a second. Like, you see he's stressing for like a second. Like, but then he's like, okay. So, I feel like Ida dies, man. I feel like the one last good thing that Loki might have actually dies because he might be too weak. Something happens and Ida doesn't make it because we don't know where she's at. And she's really like going through, she's breaking through to Loki, I feel. Just very little, just being so nice to him. She's getting through to Loki. And that one last thing, man, that one bad day is what's gonna just make his screw go loose, you know? That's what I feel. So I feel like it's right there, man. I am worried for Ida, man. Everybody that's good always just ends up getting screwed over in these flashbacks. And then we cut off from there to God's Valley, and we see the fated twins, the fated children, Shanks and Shamrock. They're twins, same mother, in God's Valley, and I guess this is a confirmation that the mother is not a celestial dragon. But that also means that this is 40 or 41 years, no, 41 years ago or so, 42 or 41, well, he's still a baby, and when Roger found him, he was still a baby-ish. So this is probably 41 years ago, right? Let me just make sure. No, man, he gives the date here. 39 years ago in West Blue. That doesn't sound right. No, they're right. I mean, I'm wrong. I did the math wrong there. Okay, Figurling Garling 40 years ago, and then a year later, 39 years ago. Right. I don't know why I thought God's Valley was 42 years ago. I was adding 2 wrong somewhere. I was supposed to subtract 2. 38 years ago is God's Valley. 39 years ago they're born. The twins are born. Figurling Garling's kids are born. And so that's 39 years ago. 38 years ago is when God Valley happened. So one more year to go to God's Valley incident, and it's relatively close. It's still very nearby because when Roger found Shanks, he was still a baby. So I'm I'm excited with what happens. I think we're going to be able to see the God Valley incident in this flashback, but I am wondering, and that's the end of the chapter, no break, thankfully. I am really wondering what caused Rocks to change 100%, 180, like do a 180 turn that Roger said, I need to stop him right here, right now. Like what it was that made him just completely turn and have to, I guess, nearly kill him or nearly kill him, that you had to stop him. Because right now in the bar, they're basically like just pirates. They're like, oh, well, we're just being pirates in the world right now. There's no real goal until he starts seeing these poneglyphs. Roger finds the poneglyphs himself and starts achieving that goal of getting the One Piece or whatever is in Rhode Island. Rhode Island? Yes, Rhode Island. So that's it for the chapter. I don't want to keep dragging it. I'm at 16 minutes, and I think I was talking a lot and bringing up some okay points. So please let me know, guys, what you think. I'm starting some little shorts every now and then, opening a pack a day, a few packs a day, a box or here and there. So let me know how that goes. Please leave me a like, comment, subscribe, guys. Anything else I can improve on, and I'll see you for the next one.